The night of September 15th, 1911. A train departed from San Francisco, engine number 773. Around 40 passengers were on board. It was close to 11 p.m., and the train was moving steadily, cutting through the darkness of the night. Everything seemed completely normal, or at least, that's how it appeared. Inside the railway control room, the station master was monitoring routine signals. Then suddenly, something caught his attention. The lights of train 773 went out instantly. A signal was sent, no response. A second signal, silence. A third signal, still nothing. At that moment, it was clear. This was no ordinary technical issue. An emergency alert was issued. Police and railway teams rushed toward the tracks. They inspected the entire route carefully. But what they found made no sense. The tracks were perfectly intact. No damage, no derailment, no blood, no debris, and most importantly, the train was gone, as if it had simply vanished into thin air. A massive search operation began the very next day. Thousands of people, over 2,000 workers, for 3 straight weeks. The entire area was searched, but nothing was found. No train, no passengers, not even a single clue. Then, 1 month later, in a remote forest, a farmer discovered a man. He was lying unconscious on the ground. His clothes were torn, his face pale, and his eyes completely empty. A train ticket was found on him. It read, Engine 773. He was a passenger from the missing train. Out of 40 people, he was the only one found. He was immediately taken to a hospital. When he regained consciousness, everyone expected answers, but he couldn't speak. He couldn't tell his name. He had no memory, no identity, no recognition. Doctors ran multiple tests. What they discovered was even more disturbing. His mind was completely blank, as if something had erased every memory, every thought, every trace of who he was. Over time, this case became one of the biggest mysteries in American history, but no answers were ever found. In 1915, the case was officially closed, and eventually, people forgot about it. Years passed, decades passed, and then, in the 1980s, deep inside a dense forest in Mexico, local hunters made a shocking discovery. An old train, rust-covered, abandoned, hidden deep within the jungle. When they checked the engine number, they froze. It was 773. The news spread rapidly. The Mexican government acted immediately. The entire forest was sealed. Military forces were deployed. No civilians were allowed anywhere near the area. Years went by. The forest remained closed, and then, in 2005, something even stranger happened. Military personnel reported that the train was no longer there. No train, no tracks, no remains, nothing. As if it had never existed at all. No clear explanation was ever given. And once again, the case faded into darkness. Then in 2018, an anonymous document appeared online, uploaded by an unknown individual. According to the document, this was not an accident. It was a secret experiment. It claimed that Train 773 was being used to test an advanced magnetic device, a device powerful enough to lift an entire train off the ground. But something went wrong. The experiment failed. The device activated uncontrollably, releasing intense magnetic waves. The train was lifted from the tracks and vanished. But the most terrifying part was this. The waves didn't just affect the body, they affected the mind. Anyone exposed to them lost everything, their memories, their identity, their consciousness, gone. The same thing happened to all 40 passengers. Their bodies survived, but their minds were erased. They wandered into the jungle, lost, empty, disconnected from reality. Only one man ever made it out. The rest were never seen again. According to the document, the train crashed somewhere deep in the forests of Mexico. The entire incident was covered up. Records were erased, and efforts were made to recover the device. But the device was still active, still dangerous. Eventually, a secret operation was launched. The area was evacuated. The military secured the zone, and the device was destroyed. The train was removed. That's why, when the military returned in 2005, there was nothing left. At the end of the document, the anonymous author wrote, "I was part of the project. I saw the train. I saw the people. Their eyes were open. But there was nothing inside. This is the truth. But no one will ever believe it." After the document surfaced, both governments denied everything. They called it fake, and the person who uploaded it was never found. Even today, no one knows where Engine 773 is. No one knows what happened to the 39 passengers, and no one knows if the device was ever truly destroyed. Only one thing remains certain: the last passenger, the one who was found alive in 1911, never spoke a single word again, and when he died, his eyes were open, but inside them, there was no story left. And maybe this story is not over yet.